we got this path kind of trails off here and links into a gravel path to another pretty early build right here, this cobblestone building. And this used to, oh no, it still does. You can see all my dogs sitting on carpets with their appropriate color. Got a dinner bone one. And there should be a cat, yep, over by this pool. This is quite an early build. It used to be just empty with this stone floor and the glowstone, but then I added in like these platforms for the dogs to sit on. And this thing here, I'll show you in a second. We got food dispenser, which there you go. We got food. Here you go. Oh, I feel bad. I need to give them all some. Oh. Okay, that's gonna take a while. So we're just gonna... Oh, and there's not even gonna be enough. So who's not going to get meat? Oh, and you need more than one. No. No. Stay here. And yeah, okay, I got like just over half of them. And this over here is my dog randomizer, chooses which dog. When I used to live here, every day I would come over here and pick a dog for the day. But then I realized I started to kind of favor some, and some would just not get brought along as much. And I know they're virtual dogs. They don't have feelings, so it doesn't matter if I leave them behind, but it's the thought that counts, you know. So this has all my dogs' names, and so is this Hopper. And then if I got more, I could put the names into this double chest, and then that would, when you step on this, it gives you a name, and it's random from here. This is my deceased dog's chest. Sadly, there is one dog in here named Barnaby. That's named after a dog that a Minecraft YouTuber has, and there's a Barnaby the second right there. So yeah, he died sadly. But oops. But again, virtual dog, it's not as sad as losing a real dog. Okay, over here, go through here. We have a couple of builds here. We're going to go to the older one, which is, it looks like an enchantment table. So, obviously, inside's pretty simple. You got your enchantment table. Back here, if you jump up, you get to the chest where you store lapis. That's actually empty at the moment because I took it all out. But usually it'd be filled. Back this way. So actually I didn't show you, this kind of comes off of the gravel path to the doghouse and has its own little thing there and goes through this whole thing. These buildings are actually very new. I think these are the last buildings I built in this area. So I don't know if I want to show you. Yeah, I'll show you them right now. Okay, so the first one here is my makeshift inspiration room. I didn't really use it because it was one of the last things I built. But I'm super proud of it, even though it's so simple. I don't know why, but it's just, you'll see inside. It looks better inside that you got. So on this wall, we've kind of got all the woods, planks. We got all the kind of grass and dirt. We've got some random items on this wall. We've got the stone variants, gravel, clay, such, wool, and terracotta. Stones. We got a few of the ores. I didn't get all of them, but that's 3 of them. All the sands and endstone. We got all of the, these are the concretes at the ceiling. The floor, we've got all the different glazed terracotta, as well as the 4 minus diamonds, the 4 kind of ore material blocks. The sea lanterns light up the room. So I kind of want to give you a few angles to see this. I like how I was able to fit all of these blocks into such a small space and still leave room for things like the ceiling has nothing on it and the door is open, but there's still, I've used the most of, I haven't wasted a block. So all of the blocks you see are ones I probably use most often, maybe not like sponge and prismarine or melon and pumpkin, but other than that, I didn't really put any useless blocks in the walls. It's kind of hard to explain, but you get the gist of it. Over this way is a build I'm really proud of. We're going to start at the back here, over by the path. Yeah, just to show you the path to it. I like how it kind of just weaves between the buildings. We got like this messy path, and then it has a little diagonal up to it, and then the outside looks just amazing. This is one of my proudest builds in this world so far. It's a stunning build. It's got all these details. It's definitely one of the most detailed builds I've built. So you got these logs as the frame, and then you've got this giant window and flowers in kind of these flower beds along the side. And if we go look at the side, you can see that the roof is all like curved, and that I really like. I kind of want to use this design again just because it looks so good. It's not a normal roof that just is flat. It actually dips in. We've got this kind of framed window. We got some more flower pots, some buttons at the top just for added detail. This right here is just a concrete maker. You stand in it, hold down left and right with a pickaxe in one hand and the concrete in your offhand, and that just makes concrete. But actually inside, if we can get in, yep. It's super simple inside. I love that. I could have used better lighting. I used just torches. I could have done something special in the ceiling or something, but I did just go with torches. There's a lot of big windows. You can't really see much anyways though because the buildings. But over here, not really much to see anyways. It's just a big empty expanse. But what I love about this building is that I didn't put displays for the flowers. This is a flower shop, if I didn't say that already. So you're supposed to like pick a flower down here, and then the checkout is upstairs. And I just planted the flowers directly into the floor. And I think it looks so good. The floor is grass. I don't know why. It's just that added detail that, I don't know, maybe it was just easier, but it also looks good. So we got poppies, dandelions, tulips, and so on, all of them. And upstairs, we have the checkout, as the sign says, over here, checkout, and then the standard register, it's just stairs. I never filled these chests because no one's actually going to be shopping here. It's a single player world, but if I did build a flower shop in a multiplayer world, this would be a cool design for a shop where I don't actually have to meet up with the person. I can just leave chests. People could just steal things, but you know, you kind of assume that they'll respect the whole sales thing that's going on. You can see by this long expanse here, I need to get a better angle, but if I go up here, you can see that there's just this kind of step up behind all these buildings here. This step up, I was going to have a long line of buildings here that would kind of enclose my spawn area, and there's also a lot of flat area back here that I was going to use, but eventually I decided to just move house and restart fresh because I wasn't getting anywhere. I was running out of inspiration with this area, and I just felt like I needed a fresh start, so I didn't want to start a new world, so I just moved, because this world is infinite, so why make a new world when you could have your memories here? So anyways, so I was going to have a bunch of buildings enclosing this, but I eventually didn't. I never actually did that. And this I already showed you. Oh, gotta fight again. I'm going to have to be sleeping quite a few times in this video, but that's Minecraft. Nighttime is half the time. Unless you sleep, that is. Oops. Oh, actually, I never showed you. Okay, I'll show you that in a second. Okay. So, we've got the automatic trash dispenser. This was originally just a cobblestone statue. There was nothing special about it. It was just cobblestone. But then I decided to add this cross and the red and white wool that goes around the back. No, it doesn't. Okay. So it's supposed to be a statue of a priest, or maybe a healer of some sort because of the cross. But yeah, basically it's a random statue. Not sure what it's supposed to represent, but it looks cool. I already showed you the Canadian flag here. We got the giant maple leaf, red and white, all that. Down here, this water was originally to, if you jump down from this gap in the fence, you could land in the water, but eventually I realized if you fell from up there, you would go all the way to the bottom. So I put the slime block. But down here, this door, these are the doors I said we would look at later. This is actually the villagers, the testificates cartographer enclosure. So that's just a sneaky way to get in there. And it's sort of hidden. Can't really see that water. You'd think it's just landing water, but there's a hidden door. And I think that's nice. It looks nice. We've got this tiki bar, which it's simple, yet it's got so many layers of depth and detail, and it's not the best thing I built, but it still looks quite good. I like how I use these stairs to kind of make these little indents in these areas, and I think it just looks nice. So what it's supposed to be is it's supposed to look like a bar, like a little tropical island bar. The interior is kind of bare, the roof is leaves, but it's actually the brewing area. And you can see I've got all this nether wart and blaze powder, water bottles and redstone and glowstone and gunpowder and such, cauldron, all the stuff you need. And then it's kind of also supposed to be like a bar that you can actually get drinks from. Up here we have the TARDIS. I don't actually watch Doctor Who, but I know enough about Doctor Who that there is a TARDIS in the show, so I've built it. And you know, with these 1 meter by 1 meter blocks, you can't really get too detailed. So I had to be happy with this. I was going to put a bunch of banners saying police box at the top, but I eventually ruled it out because I decided it was just too much work to spell out all the letters, and I just didn't want to do it. So that's it from the outside, but the inside, I was going to have a portal here, but eventually it just linked up to the one over there, underground, that we came from. So I just got rid of it. It's just not lit. I was also going to put purple glass panes in here to look like it's lit, but it's not. You can see this thing here kind of shooting a beam to the top. I think that looks cool. I don't like how it joins to those iron bars here, but let's get a better vantage point here. Each side has these quartz stairs. It's not actually that much, but when you're just starting off, this is a lot of quartz. So I had to go on a massive mining trip in the Nether, and it took quite a while. Got this little iron bars here to keep you from falling, a little bookshelf area. There's a small bit of parkour here. I know there's these iron bars to keep you safe, but then you're supposed to jump over this gap. But you won't take fall damage if you miss. It's not that far. And if you get up here, you get a nice view of everything. And yeah, there's quite a lot to see from up here. Over here is my farming district. Sort of farming district, not really a district, but the farming segment, sector. You've got the tree farm. You've got the wheat farm, which is a very long wheat field. You've got this automatic pumpkin and melon farms, which I'm pretty sure are broken in a recent update, so these are actually useless, unless they're not broken, but I think they are. This sugarcane design is most definitely broken. It always gets stuck in this forward position. It's supposed to automatically push the sugarcane into the water and go into this chest, but it just doesn't do that. So I have no idea what powers this redstone. There's nothing. The observers, for some reason, are stuck powered. Not sure what's doing that. There's nothing here. This block is empty. Okay, nether wart over here. There's all this nether wart. Pretty obvious it's a nether wart farm. I never really needed nether wart except for the brewing, the tiki bar that I also used for brewing, so that's a bit, yeah. This building I am extremely proud of. I'm super happy with how it turned out. This took a literal week of planning, just this design with the lava and the gold block and the sandstone, and it looks so good. And then you've just got these cobblestone structures in the front that are just supposed to look like, I don't know, but they're just like hunks of cobble with cactus. And if you couldn't see through the window there, this is a stupidly efficient cactus farm. There's 4 cactus farms, actually. It's so efficient that this double chest down here keeps filling up, and I just emptied this the last time I came to this area, but it's already got a row in the time we've been here. It is way too efficient. I don't need another cactus farm, but I will eventually make another one in my new area anyways.